What's up, everyone? Dr. Anthony Mattis here. So today I want to talk to you about form and structure. So if you're wondering why I'm all dressed up, oh, I gotta fix that. Okay, that's not too much form and structure right there. Anyway, I love form and structure because it's around this particular area of your head. And when someone puts their hands on that particular area of my head, I feel like they're like lifting off the sort of like the cap, my crown, and letting all the steam out, all the stresses and the worries of the day. I mean, it's just, oh, I love when they, especially when I have a headache, it's a great, great, great area for me personally to have my bars in. But anyway, form and structure. So how many of you are actually basing all your life choices based on the form and the structure of your past? I know that most of us are taught, right? Learn from your past mistakes so you don't make the same mistake again. Well, what that actually creates is like this constant program that's sort of running in the back of your mind all the time. And that energy, the energetics of that is there all the time. So when you go to make certain decisions or choices in your life, you're actually doing it from the form and structure of those past mistakes, or maybe even the past great choices that you made, right? But it's like when you're really choosing consciousness, when you're really looking forward to having like sort of a dynamic life, a life that's always moving, always changing, you never get stuck in a rut. Even the great choices you made in the past, you still want to ask like, what else is possible? Just because it worked yesterday doesn't mean it's going to work tomorrow. Just because it's worked perfectly and brilliantly for 15 years, 20 years, it doesn't mean it's going to be like that for the next 20 years. So you always have to constantly look for what else is possible. And that's part of the gift of the bars, is that it sort of unlocks those areas, because when we get where we're functioning from automatic pilot, because because we get used to it, it's easy to kind of get stuck in a rut, right? Even a good rut, especially if the rut's been working, especially if that rut has been making you super successful for the last 15, 20 years. But what happens is things change in our world, right? And if we're not willing to sort of be in the question, be in a now moment, we may find that the thing that has been working for the last 15, 20 years, that thing that got you to be as successful as you are, may not work in the next 20 years moving forward. So truly, what else is possible? And so the form and structure actually begins to eliminate those areas of unconsciousness and anti-consciousness so that you actually could be present and in the question. And so you can see what choices are available to you that maybe you didn't even considered through figuring it out cognitively. So that's the gift too of form and structure that has been for me as well. It's a way different way of functioning. I mean, it's so different. It's a different way of functioning. And also form and structure too could do a lot about like, it's like the form and structure of like how you're supposed to be as a mom, as a dad, as a as a husband, as a wife, whatever, a facilitator, or police chief, or a firefighter, or a lawyer. So you're doing everything based on the form and structure of things, which doesn't really leave room for a lot of space and possibilities. So that's it for the form and structure bar. I hope to see you in person someday soon, and make sure you get your bars ran. All right, bye for now.